Welcome back guys, Jdog here at SeekaHost, and today we're going to be going over how you can connect your Dynadot domain to SeekaHost hosting. Doing this, you're going to be able to use all of our free features like free SSL, free business email, Google and Clicky Analytics, and easy WordPress hosting management. Now before we get into this, for anybody that doesn't know how you do this, it's using name servers, and you need to get your name servers provided by your host for your WordPress hosting, and you need to connect them with a domain. This makes the connection so when people type in your URL or they search it or click on it, it will take them to the website that you built for that URL. So let's get right into things. So we're going to start off with SeekaHost.app first. I'll leave the link in the description. You can simply come over to SeekaHost.app and then sign in. If you haven't got an account already, don't worry, it's absolutely free. You can create an account, and creating an account will literally take you a matter of maybe a minute, maybe two, just fill in a few details and you've created your account. This way you can also check out the SeekaHost management dashboard. You can see what it's all about, and then once you're happy, you can then go ahead and buy your hosting. So here on the dashboard, you're going to find all of your PBN blogs, your WordPress sites, your tracking sites, which is how you can enable the Google and Clicky Analytics. So you can have all of your analytics for all of your sites, whether you're running a PBN with many blogs or just a few WordPress sites. You can check all of their analytics all on your SeekaHost portal. After that, you also have your domains, and if you haven't got your domain yet, I do suggest coming over to SeekaHost.app and just checking out the domains. We have a huge sale on at the moment with up to 50% off .com domains, up to 76% off online domains, and lots of good prices. Even without sales, we are one of the best for domain prices. Come on over and check it out if you haven't got yours yet. So what we're going to do, if you have got your Dynadot domain, first of all, I do actually suggest coming over to the hosting plans and just choosing a hosting plan first. So let's say if you want a WordPress site, we're going to come over to hosting plans, WordPress hosting, and then we're going to choose a site. If you've got one site, we're going to go for the £1 per month, one WordPress hosting site with free SSL, free business email, one-click installation, and all of the good stuff that you're going to want, and then choose your plan. Of course, if you don't want to do this yet, you will be prompted within the process. So let's go back to our dashboard here. We're going to be clicking on WordPress sites. Here's where you're going to find all of the lists of your WordPress sites if you've got multiple ones, and we're going to be going to the top right, create WordPress site right here. Now all you got to do on this page is just put in your domain URL without the www. And also the blog title. Just make sure that this is spelled correctly, because obviously it has to connect to the correct domain. Choose whether you want your WordPress site to be visible, and then after that pick the hosting plan. This is just why I suggested doing it first, because then you got it here to pick rather than having to pick it now. So I'm going to click that WordPress hosting plan. I'm going to click add WordPress site. This is going to make the first initial connection now. This will take about a minute or two, and it'll just make the first connection between here and the domain. Now it's just one more step. After this is up, we're going to get the name servers, and we're going to be inputting them into the Dynadot domain section for our name servers. Once we've done that, we've then created the connection, and that's already done, so we can actually go straight ahead to action, and I'll show you here where you can find your name servers. Here we've got name servers 1 and 2, and these are going to be the two name servers that we actually need to input to make the connection. One more thing on this page as well is I do suggest just taking a note of your username and your password. You can do that by clicking the little I there. This is because once you do activate your SSL certificate, these will disappear off of this page. However, don't worry, not all is lost. You can go onto your emails that you registered with, and it would have sent you an email with a username and password. So don't worry too much if you have clicked it and it disappears. However, I just do suggest taking a note first, just for ease of use. So now let's head over to Dynadot over here. So go to the top right side, hover over your name, and then come down to Manage Domains. From here, we need to do two things. We need to unlock our account, and we need to unlock our domain. This will only be temporary, just so we can put the name servers in, and then we'll be locking it back up for safety. So click on summary, and you're going to be brought to this page here. You can see that my account is locked, so we want to select unlock account, put in your private information just to make sure that it is you. So now if you come down to where your domain is and go all the way on the right under settings, you're going to see a little blue padlock. Click on the blue padlock and we're going to unlock the domain. Of course, just make sure that you actually lock these afterwards. This is quite important because at the moment we can change our name servers. However, if we left these unlocked, anybody else with a bit of technical knowledge could potentially be a security risk here and input other information. So we don't want that to happen. So we've got this all unlocked, which means it's ready for our name server change. So next thing to do is just come down to where it says DNS Settings, and at the moment it's set on Dynadot parking. What we want to do using the drop down menu is actually select name servers. Now using our SeekaHost panel, we're going to come back over, we're going to get the name server one, and we're going to copy that over. We're going to come back over to Dynadot and we're going to put it in the number 1 section. We're going to do exactly the same thing with your NS2, so your name server 2, and we're going to put this in the second section right here. Once these have been inputted, we're going to go to Save Name Server. Once that's been inputted, we're going to click Change Name Server, and we're going to see that the name server has been modified there. As you can see, our DNS settings are now pointing towards the correct name server, which means it's now pointing towards our hosted sites. Whatever we build on there, when they click the URL, it'll take them through to our built site. Like I said before, don't forget to lock these afterwards, so we just come back over to the padlock and we're going to lock the domain, making it a little blue padlock and making it, of course, locked. And we're also going to go ahead and lock our account So we're just going to select lock account right there, and that's going to be all done for Dynadot now. Now they do warn you that it might take between 5 minutes and 48 hours for the name servers to propagate. This unfortunately is completely out of our control here at SeekaHost, but once they have done their side of it, we can then activate our free SSL certificate, making it HTTPS, which is a much more secure way of getting onto your site, rather than HTTP, which is a less secure way for data to be transferred over. What we do though is we do provide the Leaf DNS service here, so you can click on that, you can actually check yourself whether the name servers have been propagated. They're pointing to dynadot.com. So we just got to wait a little bit. Obviously they do say it can take between 5 minutes and 48 hours. So unfortunately, just got to wait until they have done their part. Once they have, you can check it on the Leaf DNS. Once it's completely done, we can then activate our SSL certificate. There we go, so a few minutes later we do have it, and as you can see here, the name is nameserver 1 and 2, exactly how we inputted it with the IP and stuff, which means now that we're actually able to activate our SSL certificate and make it HTTPS rather than HTTP. So let's just go ahead and enable that, and you'll get a little green sign come up saying SSL will be activated in 30 minutes. So that's it, that's all you've done. You've now connected your domain to your hosting. As you can see, the username and password has disappeared. Obviously you would have taken a note, or you can use your email that you received and then use that for the site login. Once you're logged in, you can go ahead and edit your WordPress site. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you again next time on the next tutorial. Bye bye.